Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'll hope to earn your subscription today. I'm back here on the Fraser River at my black gold claim. I have a high banker, I have the piglet high banker from Gold Hog, and we're gonna see if we can run 100 pounds worth or so of material through that machine and see if we can find some of that infamous black gold that this site contains. I'll explain a little bit more in a second. So wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy. So today I will be using the piglet high banker from Gold Hog. It's not completely set up yet. It is way too steep right now. It's really nice on this claim. At low water, the gravels are so loose here that the water soaks into the gravels before it gets back to the river. At higher water, we have to recirculate or something, but at low water, there's lots of time for it to soak in, which makes it legal here in BC. You're not allowed to run a high banker here in BC and have its water make it back to the river because the silt gets into the river, makes it muddy, messes up fish habitat, all that kind of stuff. I know it's the Fraser River, it's muddy already, but that's the rule. We have to follow the rules. This is an awesome claim at low water. Great gold. The black gold here can be quite big, often quite small, but let's see what we can find today. And if you aren't familiar with my videos and this claim has this crazy gold that is completely coated in a hard black surface. It doesn't look to be manganese, which often does coat gold. It looks to be more of an iron rusting onto the surface. Really bizarre. When I find some pieces, I'll show you, and later on in the video, I think I'm gonna actually test some of those pieces to see why they're going black. That's the plan. First, I gotta find one. And I am limited on hose today, so that's pretty much where the high banker has to be. Luckily, there's a nice little gravel deposit here that I haven't touched in the past. I'm gonna move the rocks off top of it, and then we're gonna run that gravel deposit. It's right beside, there's one that I ran before, and we found lots of black gold there. We found some here. It's in the same area. We should be able to find it there. It's kind of strange on this claim. We are way away from the river. Usually on the Fraser River, the best gold is down at the bottom. But for some reason on this claim, the pay streak seems to be running here like 10, 20 feet away from the tree line and up high. When you go down low, you don't find all that much. Kind of strange. This wasn't actually my plan to do today. This was a backup plan. Originally, my plan was to go to that claim where I just did 2 pans and got a 1/4 gram of gold. But unfortunately, they were doing some rail work and pulled the tracks and blocked the access. So then I decided to stop by Pickerton. But lately, Pickerton, every time I get there, there's a train parked across the road. So I couldn't get in there either. So this is 3. This is option number 3. Well, let's get that pump going. There we are. It's a running. We'll probably run in 10 to 15 minute spurts to let the ground, soak up the water nicely and also give me a breather. Oh no, the pump ran out of gas. Well, that was pretty good. That was like a 25-minute run out of that hole there. Probably, you know, I did the equivalent of 50 pans worth of material in that 25 minutes. Really, I probably could have only done 5 pans if I was doing pans. So ran about 10 times the amount of material through the high banker that I could panning. Sorry, I'm out of breath. That's a lot of exercise, and it's the end of winter. I'm really out of shape. I need to get back at this, get myself back in shape. Let's look in the box and see what we see. So nothing jumping out at me saying, hey, look at me, I'm a huge nugget. In fact, I don't see any gold at all. What's up top there? Oh, is that something in the miner's moss? No, that's a yellow rock. Well, I guess we'll do a little quick cleanup and see if I'm on the gold at all. Oh, is that a piece? No. I guarantee there's a piece of gold in here somewhere, but I'm hoping for like a few hundred pieces of gold, not just a piece of gold. And let's pan out the miner's moss by itself. And there's a lot of material underneath the miner's moss. Let's pan out the miner's moss. If there's any big chunks, that's where it's gonna be. I should probably do it all at once, save myself one trip down the hill, but no, I just grabbed the miner's moss. Anyhow, I need the exercise. I gotta get myself back in shape, so an extra trip up and down the hill is not gonna kill me. Good for me. Looks like that's about where it's soaked in. I don't see any evidence right past here of any water going any farther. That's perfect. What a beautiful way to spend a spring's day. I know it's not really spring yet, but pretty much it is here. Sitting on the river, looking for gold, satisfying some curiosity. That's kind of what it's all about today, is satisfying the curiosity about this black gold. All I really want to do is find 2 or 3 pieces that are big enough that I can test them. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to put half of the flake, if it's big enough, half the flake down into some acid and see if I can dissolve away the surface. And I'm going to use some iron out and some muriatic acid and see if I can figure out what's on the surface and see what the gold looks like underneath. That's the idea. Okay, there's the material. There's, you know, half a cup of material in the miner's moss. I am really out of shape. I am really tired after one 25-minute run. I used to be able to go all day. Okay, come on, gold, please be here. I don't want to have to move. Well, there's gold. See, you know, dozens of pieces of gold. I'll get close up on that. But no bigger flakes of black gold. So that there is not what I had in mind for the day. I was hoping for a whole lot more than that. And I was hoping for some of that black gold, and I don't see any of it in here. So I will clean out the rest of the high banker and see if maybe it's down in the other mats. And if not, I'm gonna have to move. Didn't really want to, don't have any extra hose to move, but I'll figure it out somehow. Lots of garnets in the mix. Lots of garnets. Well, let's hope this is where all the gold is hiding. In there. And there we are, in the mats. About a cup of crap, maybe a cup and a half of material. Let's pan her down and find out. It was strange there was no lead in that header box, that miner's moss. This is a really garbagey beach with no lead there and no gold. Makes me wonder if maybe I just chose a spot that had been on top of someone else's old diggings. I'm thinking I have to move. That's prospecting for you. You don't always hit it first spot you look. But unfortunately, the gold here isn't abundant enough that 1 or 2 test pans could have told me that. I would have had to do like 10 test pans. And in that time, well, I might as well have just done the run of the high banker. Let's have a look. Oh, black gold. A lot more coarse heavies here. Lots of garnets. Lots of gold. No black gold. Let me get that all in one spot to let you see. Well, lots of little stuff, but that's still pretty sad results for high banking for, 25 minutes, let's say half an hour, to get that kind of gold. Here we would expect a lot more than that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move to the left a little bit and see if I can find some gravels that maybe haven't been worked in the past. If you look in there, see some of those brown pieces of gold? That is the black gold I'm talking about, but those are tiny, tiny, tiny specks of it. A lot of the pieces of black gold here are really big, and I have nothing big in the pan. I need the big pieces to really test. So I have moved 15 feet over. I was there, high banker was right there. I've now moved over here. I know I got lots of black gold out of that pit. I don't have enough hose to get back up to that same height. So hopefully I'm just not missing the pace streak up higher. But right below that pit where I know I had the stuff, I know I stopped at that berm. So let's do the stuff underneath the berm and hope it's there. And maybe I was just in a spot that had been dug before. Let's hope that's the case, and now I'm on it. Okay, just sitting down for a few minutes to take a break before I start shoveling again gives me a chance to talk to you guys about the purity of gold. Gold in the environment is never 100% pure. It is often mixed with another metal. That brings me to today's geology lesson of the day: alloys. Gold is never found by itself, almost never. There's one rare situation where it is, but it's almost always alloyed with either copper, silver, or manganese or iron or something else, making it slightly impure. Now, usually that's a small amount. It can be up to about 50% or more in some situations. These are called alloys. It's like copper and tin mixed together make an alloy. It's not a molecule of bronze. It is a copper-tin mixture. Alloys are when two different metals are mixed together, not molecularly bound. And gold is almost always an alloy with silver, copper, manganese, or iron. There's a few other things out there as well. There we go. Today's geology lesson of the day. Gold in the environment is never pure. One exception. And here on the Fraser, the gold is about 90 to 95% pure. The smaller specks are more pure than the larger pieces, but we're around the 90% mark. Though I am thinking that the iron stained gold from this claim has a very high percentage of iron alloyed in with the gold, and that's why it is stained the way it is. That's my working theory right now. Here we go, round two. Right there. Not a full shovelful. Filling that hole. I think I need another break. So, let that run down, clean off, and then I will shut off the pump. Now by the time I get down there, it'll be good. Let's hope for a better showing this time. Whew, I'm tired. No visible gold. Well, nothing visible in here after a real good look. Let's hope that just means that it's buried underneath. So I'm really hoping more than the last time. I think that's a piece of visible gold. My poor old eyes. Well, let's clean this out and hope for 3 big pieces of that black gold. I don't know if I've got another run in me. I need it in this run. I'll take a break after this one, and then hopefully be ready for a third. I did both mats at once this time. Come on, gold. Last time we were here working this claim, we found very, very little, which was surprising because the first few times we found quite a bit, including some big pieces right where I'm working. And last time it was just not there. I am hoping this isn't a repeat of that. I figured bringing that high banker, running through that much more material, I'm bound to get more of those bigger pieces. We find some bigger, shiny gold, but most of the black pieces we find are bigger than most of the gold pieces we find here. And that is why I'm hoping for a couple or 3 big black pieces. Right now I'm really wishing I got into my first spot. I would have had like 4 grams by now. Rather than, 0.04 grams. Come on, gold, please be there. I'm begging now. A lot more gold, a couple bigger pieces. I don't see anything black. Well, the biggest piece in there is showing the rust staining. It's definitely showing that rust staining on the surface. There, I saw one more piece that had it. I'm not even sure where that other piece was. It's not the big black pieces that I remember from the first few trips in here. There, that one's showing a bit of rust staining too. But yeah, just not what I was getting that first time. I am going to take a break, get a bit of energy back, have a snack, and then hit one more run and see if I can find, there, lower my expectations. Let's hope I get one. I just checked to see how far I could stretch the hose. That is as far away from the river as I can get right now. It's kind of backwards, but I think I can dig up on that bank there, which is right in line with where the big gold was. If I was missing the pace streak, that's got to be on the pace streak. I have some work to do to set that up properly though. First, I need a snack. Okay, cleared a little spot right there. It's a bit of a walk to the high banker. I, have to take 2 or 3 steps before I can shovel in, and I have to shovel in kind of backwards. I have to go up over the high banker and shovel it in, but that's as close as I can get it. We're gonna make that work. I'm not gonna be able to dig nearly as much as I've dug for the last 2 pits, so I have to hope I'm lucky here. Let's go fill up the pump and get going. Interesting, found something very rusty down here. Maybe that's the source of my rusted gold. I don't know. Maybe it looks like just a rock that was broken up. Maybe not. Well, there we go. That tank is empty. I actually got as much through this run as I got through the previous runs. So, let's hope I'm up on the pace streak. I dug a fairly good hole. It may even have been bigger than the other 2. It was easier digging, getting up underneath the rocks there. I think I was on the right stuff. Let's hope the box shows something a little bit better. I'm really tired. Damn, I'm out of shape. I gotta do something about that. Like getting mining again. The weather is turning. It is time to start mining again. Unfortunately, in 2 days, I take a big trip down to California. I'm going to Cerro Gordo, then I'm going into a couple of underground gold mines. Gonna do some magnet fishing with D Almighty. All sorts of great fun as my son Evan and I are going on a big road trip. So just as the weather turns up here to mining season, I leave. But in 2 weeks time, I'll be back and I'll be hitting these gravel bars hard. Yes, let's see what's in that sluice. Okay, if there's no black gold in there, today will have been a complete failure. I will have been a complete failure. Oh, let's hope I'm not a failure. This water is still very cold. I guess technically it still is winter. Come on, black gold. Black gold. Don't be a failure. Don't be a total failure. Here we go. Let's see what comes out. Ooh, bigger pieces of gold. Well, let's have a close look and see if anything in there black is actually gold. Well, nice gold, yet today was a complete failure. I wanted one piece, I want 3 pieces of big black gold, and I got none. Though, that is some pretty nice gold for the last run. Very odd. We found so many in the first few times here. Well, the sun just went behind the mountains. Because it is still technically winter, that means it's gonna get really cold really fast. So I better start cleaning up, get this stuff out of here. But of course, like always, I will be taking this home, cleaning it up, and showing you right here. Now, as you can see, I didn't clean it up completely. There's still a lot of black sand in there. And that's because I wanted to get a good idea of what the black sand contained and see if any of those black pieces were actually black gold. If you want to know how much gold's there, my guess would be that that's about a half a gram of gold. But obviously I can't tell until I clean it up completely. And I don't know if I'm going to clean this up completely. I want to have a good look at some of these black pieces to see if any of them are actually black gold. But I don't think they are. I think I missed the black gold this time around. But about half a gram of gold for a day of high banking. I should have been able to do a lot better than that. That was not a very successful day of high banking, gold-wise that is. Maybe that's a black piece of gold. I don't think so. I won't know till I get it on the computer and zoom in. And on closer inspection, sure enough, that is one of those pieces of black gold. Unfortunately, it's not a big enough piece for me to test the way I wanted to, but I'm not a complete failure. I did manage to pull one piece of black gold out for the day. But yeah, very strange. That there is really actually gold. Well, that was a lot of fun. Even though I didn't find the pieces I want, c'est la vie, I'll find them the next time. Had a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave me that thumbs up. Big thank to everyone for watching, especially my patrons. Because of the support of my patrons, I get to make these weekly episodes of Dan Hurd Prospecting. Hope you're all having a great day. Bye.